We've decided that we're calling this our own tale of two cities. And it really becomes clear when you begin to not only quantify the data, but begin to also compare the data that we find for individuals of color versus those of the majority population in our community.
At the end of the day, we're all human. And we all have our own personal set of values. And when we sit down together, the effort is that we get to know each other from that vantage point. But before we get there, I think that the most important component is to get outside of our comfort zone. Challenge ourselves to get outside of our comfort zone. Nobody's comfortable right now, or at least they shouldn't be. And I think that when we get outside of our comfort zone in a very intentional way, to connect with folks that we may not connect with, then it's going to go the distance for us.
Please understand that this is coming from a point of love and not a point of guilt, because this is really important. Things you must stop doing. Stop saying all lives matter. Until Black lives matter equally, all lives cannot matter at all. So please stop saying all lives matter. Stop acting like this does not affect you. And I'm sure that everyone on this call is really engaged and informed and is on this call to learn more. But for people who act like this doesn't affect you, it really sort of dismisses me as an individual, because no matter where you live, you cannot escape the lingering impact of race. When you do, you continue to remain a part of the problem. So don't act like this doesn't affect you, because it does in every single element of your life. Stop being afraid to do something. People always want to know, well, what can I do? I don't want to offend anybody. Where do I enter? Well, if you do something wrong, learn from it. Don't do it again and then move forward, but start somewhere. Put your stake in the ground and decide that you're going to do something. And if it's wrong, somebody will tell you that. Don't worry about that, but just learn from it and then move on to the next thing. We want you to show up, we want you to speak up, and we want you to use your voice as part of the call to action. There are any number of places where you can show up, speak up, and be active in the conversation, but also active in how we move to creating equitable situations for all people of color.